Good evening. Tonight on Ben TV, Ginni invites some friends over to discuss how Gen Y differs in its goals, dreams and battles. Then Mark Hadden speaks with Steve Charles, music scene veteran, singer, songwriter, producer. And then to finish tonight, Lisa-Skye asks, why are comedians bad at sex?
Good evening, and it's great to be back on Bent TV, coming to you in your living rooms or your bedrooms, I'm not sure, but it's great to be back. This is Ginni Saraswati. I'm joined by three lovely women today. We're going to be discussing the issues that mean the most to us in our community. I'm joined to my right is Kim McInnes, Jess, Glover and Emma Dawson. Ladies, I thought being a Gen Y person, you know, we're the generation that gets a lot of flack because we dream big, we think big, we want big things for our lives, but our previous generation, our predecessor thinks, we've got our head in the clouds. What do you guys think about that?
I think that we should dream big. I think it's a generational thing, and you know, the generation before us, they had to survive and they had to get a solid career, and we've been sort of told that we can do these great things, and I think we should aim for them. I don't think that's a really, I don't think that's a far dream. Like, I think we should go for it.
I think maybe perhaps the generation before us and even before them, they worked really, really hard to get to where they were and had low expectations. And maybe that's why, because we have such high expectations, they see that we're not working hard enough, maybe. The
baby boomer generation, like I think of my parents, they kind of survived in a generation of there was wars around, there was migration, there was thinking about how do we actually survive. So that survival mentality was really, really apparent in the baby boomer generation. Now when you think of our generation, like there's all these evolutions in theories of ways of thinking, of spirituality, of manifestation. So I think our generation kind of tends to think bigger because there's an evolution going on in the way of thinking in the world. Would you guys agree with that?
Yeah, definitely. There's a massive shift. I know, from me and my sisters and my friends, you know, that's something that we really value, is that evolving ourselves and growing and new ways of thinking. Whereas I think from the generations below, you're right, it was more of a survival. Yeah. So there's a lot of evolving going on.
But maybe that's why a lot of Gen Y people are not quite as happy as what they could be, because we do have these, we do dream big, but maybe we're not, like, you know how we were talking about the vision boards the other day? By doing that, we're sort of, manifesting what we want, and we're putting our energy and our actions towards that, but then there's a lot of other people who don't really have those goals as such. I mean, they have goals, or they've got visions, but aren't really doing much to get there.
The way they go about their goals is very different. Because I think our previous generation, the way that it's kind of drummed into us, if you want a goal that you want to achieve, you've got to work hard for it. Yeah. Whereas there seems to be this apathy in our generations, like, okay, we're visioning this, we're doing a vision board. A vision board, by the way, is a board where you put pictures or quotes of what you want to manifest for your life. So there's this kind of attitude of, all right, I've put it on my vision board, let it happen. It doesn't quite work that way.
No, I think you've got to actually take action as well. You can't just go, I want to achieve this, and then sit there and expect it to happen. You know, you have to walk in that direction as well and take the right actions towards those goals. And I think that's what some people get confused about. Like, I've made a vision board, why isn't it happening? Well, are you actually taking steps towards this as well? Are you doing the right behaviours and, you know, thinking the right way? And I think there's a little bit of confusion there.
I think though that the Gen Y gets a bit of a hard rap. I mean, we're working longer hours now than what our parents' generation did. So in terms of like Gen Y not working hard for what they achieve, I'm not sure. You know, I think that we do work quite hard, and it's a different. The landscape of the working culture is completely different now to what it was, you know, 20 to 30 years ago. So
that's a good point too, because I was trying to think. I was explaining to my family the other day, like, I'm juggling 3-4 jobs, and they could not comprehend why I did that, because some of those jobs aren't actually paid. They're like, well, why are you investing time into something that's got no financial gain? And you're talking about the evolution, as you were, Jess, like, about how we're working longer hours, because we do have, you're right, actually, that's a good point. We do have bigger dreams that we want to achieve, and the survival, and that's, I think, our version of survival in this generation, whereas the baby boomers was a little bit different. We work longer hours because there's more things that we need to compete with, or more, I guess, different obstacles that we need to kind of overcome. Yeah, and I think about also the queer community as well, how things have evolved in terms of sexuality and sort of liberation as well for women especially too. Like when you think about the baby boomer generation, there was a gap there where women couldn't vote and the, you know, biracial people couldn't get more, people of different races couldn't get married. Now when you apply that to our generation, we can't comprehend or it's unfathomable that, you know, two people of different races couldn't get married, and there's all these different openings and opportunities that we kind of get blessed with, I guess.
Yeah,
Definitely.
that's true. Yeah.
Cool. So when you think about Generation Y, and we get a lot of flack for being unhappy, do you think that's something that we've created ourselves, or do you think we've kind of set ourselves up for failure in a way?
I think that it's like outside pressures. I mean, we're just, TV is consumed with like reality TV where it's like in our faces of like all these rich, famous people living this extravagant lifestyle, and people aspire to, you know, have those things as well. And then when it's unattainable for the vast majority of us, I think there's this gap between what we'd like and then what we can actually achieve.
And if you think about going along with what you're saying, social networking and Facebook, we pretty much see images and statuses of people with only positive things to say about their lives, and it's a very unrealistic, what's the word?
Snapshot of reality.
Yeah. So then, while we watch everyone else going on with their amazing lives, we tend to feel a bit like, oh, wow.
There's a big comparative factor now, isn't there? Like you look at someone's Facebook profile, and if they're doing so well, you kind of go, oh, you kind of get a bit of introspection and go, why aren't I doing that well? But 98% of the time, whatever they put on Facebook isn't actually what's going on in their life, or it's only a small fraction of what's going on in their life, which is quite interesting.
And they didn't have all those like social media back in the day, so they didn't have that to compare themselves to.
No, it's so easy to just to have a snapshot of what everyone else is doing. I find it weird to post stuff as well, because sometimes I feel like I am achieving great things, but on the flip side, I don't want to sort of gloat about it either. You know, if something cool happens in work or in my life, I don't want to just be like, hey everyone, check it out. So I've kind of like pulled back, whether it's a positive or a negative sort of experience I'm having in my life. It's very rare that I'm posting things now. Even though I know the benefits of it for, you know, connecting with people, but
I think oversharing, we do a lot of oversharing.
It seems like no matter what part of the alphabet that we are, whether we're LGBTIQ, just make sure that you're you, because no matter what generation that you're from, we all have our battles. This is Ginny signing off on Bent TV.
Hi, I'm Big Bear Mark, and this is The Bear Cave on Bent TV. Tonight, I've got with me singer-songwriter, producers, radio host, all-round nice guy, Steve Charles, and his guitar. How you going, Steve?
I'm great, thanks, Mark.
You got your guitar because you're going to give us a song later, aren't you?
I am, thank you.
That's brilliant. Now, Steve, we've had you on before, but I wanted to talk more about the music industry. You've been in the music industry for 30 years.
Yes.
And you lived in Tamworth for quite a long time.
15 years this last time, yes.
Yeah. Now, I would imagine that the music industry, especially around Tamworth, is a bit of a macho type of industry. It's like a bit, I don't want to say redneck, but redneck?
Audiences are redneck.
Yeah, the audiences are.
Well, yeah, music attracts all types, so yeah, there's every kind of colour in the rainbow in the music industry when it comes to performing. There is a bit of a club, yes, there is a little bit of a blokies club in music. I've never really found that being gay has had really affected what I do within the music industry. It's more an audience perception, and it all depends where you play and whether they know or not. You know, I don't walk out with my guitar and go, hey, I'm here, I'm gay, I'm going to play some songs. But you know, if it's known and you do turn up to places, you can get a little bit of a reaction. But I'm not saying it's physical or anything like that, but people will just be not as interested in what you're doing, I think.
So you've got songs like, I know you've got a song called Gay Love.
I do, yeah.
Is that, would you not play that at a rougher pub or?
No, probably not. No, you've got to be sensible about these things because when it gets to about 10:30, 11 o'clock at night and you're in the middle of Burke somewhere and everyone's like 3/4 cut and you're having a really good night. It can swing either way. You can either really get into it or they won't, but more often they probably wouldn't. So, and it's the same with any entertainer that's going to an audience. You want to give them what they want, what they're interested in. If you want to keep working. Whereas, in the city, I'd be quite happy to do it here. I actually did Gay Love. I did a support for Kate Noonan one time, and I thought, I'm going to do it. I'm going to just put it in the set. I mean, they're here to listen to different music and all that sort of stuff. And then it was funny because they must have sort of had a bit of an inkling that I might have been gay because the minute I started, they were going, oh, yes.
Oh, there's a bear on stage, right, we get it, yeah. And Katie's lovely. I've spoken to Katie before, interviewed her before. Yeah,
she's an exceptional lady,
Yeah. Now, you're down here in Melbourne, you're down from Tamworth.
Yes, relocated.
Because of Gay Love.
I'm here for Gay Love.
And you're playing around town. But you're in the middle of looking at doing a new album as well.
I am. I'm doing. I'm trying to do a crowdfunding thing at the moment. I did one for the last album, Hope, which is going great guns. But this one, I want to do more of an acoustic thing. And the album's called This Love. So it's all different aspects of love. Gay love is going to be part of that, but it's also heterosexual, and it's also like. I've got one called Bromance, which is about two guys that meet and are really great friends and start a great bromance, swings into Gayville for a while, and then it doesn't, then it moves back out. So, it's about fluidity of love.
Yeah, and with the new album, what sort of style are you going for? Is it going to be like Hope, or are you going to...
No, less arranged and orchestrated than Hope. It's going to be more of a roots acoustic kind of feel on this one. So very minimal arrangements and lots of harmonies.
So the last album you did was called Hope,
yes.
and that's available on iTunes.
Yes.
What's the new album called?
It's called This Love.
This Love.
Yes.
All right. So, if you're interested, jump onto the internet and grab This Love. Now, you're going to do a song for us right now called Mr. Small Town Guy. Have I got that right?
It is, yes. This is off the Hope album, yes.
This is off the Hope album.
Yes. Or I could do This Love off that. It all depends.
Oh, well...
choices now. I've confused everybody now.
You've confused me.
Yeah.
Which one do you want to do?
I might actually do This Love.
We'll do This Love off the new album.
Yeah.
This is Big Bear Mark. You're on the Bear Cave. And right now, we've got Steve Charles with This Love.
You messaged me in the middle of the night. I love you. Life's too short not to say what's in my heart and on my mind. There's so much in this life gets in the way of telling you face to face. Maybe another time, another place. And this love, this burning flame tears me up with its bittersweet pain. Sometimes the thought of you is just too much, and I die for just one touch. Oh, this love, we can't let it go. Can't give in, we can't let it show. A dream that will never come true. For me and you, for me and you. Do-do-da-ba, yeah. I met you long before you met your bride. You said you wanted more, so I just stepped aside. Said to myself, if that's the way it's gotta be, then I just had to set you free. Oh yeah, I'd play the dutiful friend, but you and I both know true love never ends. And this love, this a burning flame tears me up with its bittersweet pain. Sometimes the thought of you is just too much, and I die for just one touch. Oh, this love, we can't let it go. Can't give in, can't let it show. A dream that will never come true. For me and you, me and you. that we're nothing more than friends. But when I look into your eyes, I see love you can discuss. Oh, this love, this burning flame tears me up with its bittersweet pain. Sometimes the thought of you is just too much, and I die for you, baby, die for you, baby. This love, we can let it go. Can't give in, we can let it show. A dream that will never come true. For me and you, this love. Do 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 boo, yeah.
Thanks very much to Steve Charles. That was This Love. This is Big Bear Mark. This is The Bear Cave. You're on Bent TV. We'll catch you next time.
Thank you for staying with Bent TV. Please visit our website, Twitter, YouTube channel and Facebook to find the different ways you can support Bent TV, provide feedback and become involved in supporting Bent TV. Back after this break.
Hi there, welcome to Tea Time with PapaLisa. Friendship destroying arguments and, you know what, fine. Conversation with comedians who are, they're trying their best. We're all trying our best, guys.
Oh.
Daisy Berry.
Ouch. Yes. Hello,
Hey.
PapaLisa. What's happening? Hey. You're
Just
very
trying to get
somber,
by.
aren't you?
On a very special
So
episode
emo
of
tonight.
PapaLisa's Tea Time.
The
first and last
episode.
Yeah. Drugs, hey, not good.
Stay in school, kids. Yeah.
Yeah, why not? You've got nothing else to do. You're a teenager. What else are you going to do? Go to the plaza? Go to the plaza?
Who
Just
likes
go
the
to
plaza?
school, you idiots.
Bayswater Hungry Jacks, perhaps.
Oh.
Yum. No.
We used to go to Alphabet City in Westgarth, like this, just teenagers would descend upon the place and buy like a cappuccino and some wedges.
What
Looking
is
for Al Brandy
Alphabet
was very
City?
popular. It was just a cafe in Westgarth and we just stay there for 8 hours. I'm so sorry.
What is Alphabet City?
It's as I just
asked
what
it.
I just pointed. Yeah,
Come on,
yeah.
come
Daisy
on.
brings up
Stay
a good
with
point. What I'm talking about, Alphabet City, is it's a cafe. So maybe a bit of focus. Yeah,
I'm sorry,
maybe focus.
I was
Whips
actually.
it out.
I did just.
There's another
trim-
one.
Jesus.
There's another one.
Okay.
You know I've
saw
got
my
two
little-
legs, mate.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. You had to
I
see
saw my
that.
life flash
I'm
before
sorry,
my
I had
eyes.
to see that. Sorry.
She's jealous of your pink. I like your
Jessie
pink.
Ngaio, best
Well,
friend Jessie Ngaio. Hi, welcome to the
Best
show, Jessie. Hi. Can you not stuff this up for me? All right, just be
I'm
cool.
sorry.
all
I
right?
just
This is
Alphabet
our own
City. I
chance.
went travelling. I was imagining what it was.
Yeah,
I
I
was,
mentioned.
I was caught up. I'm sorry.
Don't cry.
I know.
Please
I
don't
know.
cry.
Okay, are we going to do this or are we going to have a nice show? Matt, hi.
Hi, darling.
Hey, how are
Hi.
you?
I'm really well.
Good.
Rocking it.
Good. Paying attention, are you, Matt?
Always.
Daisy, how are you? Focusing, Daisy?
So
Matt?
focused.
Yes.
Good. So, business or pleasure, Daisy Berry?
I'm scared. I'm gonna go business.
Let's do business.
do business.
Let's some business
Yeah.
get here
Yeah.
in the
Yo.
thing.
Ha.
Yeah.
Word.
So why are comedians bad at sex? So bad at sex. Except for us.
Yeah,
No,
look,
we're
my
great.
desert of relationships right now. I'm not going to say on television that I'm bad at sex. Not even saying this
No.
right now. But
If you wanna
we
see-
hypothetically were, my theory is it's because we're so in our head. Like we're the most type of person. We're more in our head than anyone else because we're just constantly analysing everything, overthinking everything. So that's why every other comedian except for me is bad at sex.
If you want to test the theory that Daisy or I are good or bad at sex,
Just
Facebook
phone this
us.
number. It's not me.
Phone. You know where to get me on social media. We're very lonely. No, I can never have sex with another comedian. That's a rule, like a forever
Yep.
rule. Because I'm scared we'll
Do
be
it.
doing it because, we'll just be getting in there. And then something weird will happen, like a cat will come in or something, or a guy dressed as a cat, and like we'll
that
lock
happens?
eyes and be like, who's going to use that? And that'd just be the worst. That'd be the worst.
Mood killer.
What do you reckon?
I think it's hard when you're always trying to think of something funny to be hot. Like the first time I ever went down on a woman, I started singing a children's song to her.
What children's song, you human nightmare?
Well, it was actually a show. She was a children's entertainer, so it was a show from her. A song from her show.
Oh, so you were singing her gear back to her.
I was.
Well,
Unacceptable.
yeah, that's not good.
It struck me as the worst possible thing to do. Therefore, I had to do it.
Yeah. Oh, that's bad.
Did it help? Did you end up getting to anywhere with it, or?
Well, she bit me really hard on the thigh.
Oh, I would have too. That's
That would be good if you were going down on like Katy Perry. You could sing "I kissed a girl and I liked it."
You wouldn't want to sing Firework in that instance, would you?
wouldn't.
No,
Yeah,
you
go
want
off
to
like
sing
a
something
firework.
context specific. Like that works because it's.
Works. I would do it.
Hey, do you
Katy
ever
Perry?
feel like a plastic bag?
Oh, we went somewhere else.
I just wish you hadn't done that.
Well, I did.
She
I
does
can't
as
change
well.
the past.
You know, I love you more than breathing and salt, but still. Okay, Matt, what are your thoughts?
I think it's a timing thing because we're so used to working in our tight five. We're trying to slot it in. We're trying to get all of the sex in a 5-minute spot and make every bit count and make sure they're responding and that we're there with them. And I think it's that. And if you get a loose 10, well, it's not as good sometimes.
I don't mind a loose 10. And thanks for watching. I've been Matt Fennell.
And boom. Check me out on Twitter. That's something you should never do. I once gave my Twitter handle to a gentleman that I had an encounter with. And he started following and interacting with me on Twitter, and I never wanted to see him again. It was
Then why did you give him your
because it was a work thing. I thought it was
He was networking with his penis.
Yeah.
And Twitter.
I actually, when I was in Edinburgh, I was at a sex party and I was beating this girl up, and I needed to find a gag, and I didn't want to take my tie off, so I gagged her with one of my flyers. And I thought,
that is hilarious.
And even as I was doing it, I'm like, Lisa, you're the worst piece of shit in the world. But Edinburgh's hard, you guys. There's 1,970 shows on a day. You've got to cut through the noise somehow.
Or stop the noise somehow.
The end of the party, she's like, I've got ink poisoning. You paper mache'd my mouth.
See those scars? She fought back to the Wildcat. Everything was consensually. I totally did.
You wanted them anyway. It's good for your stories.
It's good for all. Yeah, every time I go on tour, all my comedian mates like, oh God, what's going to happen now?
Yeah, where's their scars going to be next?
What's she coming back with? Oh, the anecdotes.
Yep.
A nursery rhyme.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but at least I didn't stuff a fly into someone's face.
Yep, sister, you win.
Thank you.
Sorry,
yeah, there's just something incredibly delightfully narcissistic about that. I can almost imagine you just put it directly on her face, so you just
licked it so it stuck to her.
Well, how many people were at the party? How many people at the party? That got exposure, presumably.
It did get exposure. It was a good turnout.
Next day's show sold out. Sure.
It didn't, but that's
Lisa's, I'm going to beat up all my audience members. Yes.
If you'd like to test that theory, follow me on Twitter or Facebook or Instagram. So anyway, look, let's just. This went well. I'm pretty happy with this. So thank you, Matt Fennell.
Thank you.
Thank you, best friend Jessie Ngaio.
Oh, thank you.
Daisy Berry.
It's been a pleasure.
Yeah.
PapaLisa.
And thank you for watching.
That's all the time we have for tonight. Thank you for watching. My name is Gavin Henderson. Please visit our website, YouTube channel, Facebook to keep in contact and support Bent TV.